Glad to have you join us on the Value Chain TV News Update. I am Chat Moses. And on the news updates today, we begin with stories on minimum wage. The presidency has denied reports that the federal government is proposing 105,000 naira as the new minimum wage, describing it as false. Special advisor to the president on information and strategy, Bayo Onanuga, debunked the report, stating that the Minister of Finance, Wale Edun, did not propose the figure in the new minimum wage template. This is coming after the presentation of the cost implications on implementing a new national minimum wage to President Bola Tinubu at the presidential villa in Abuja. The Minister of Finance, Wale Edun, submitted the template to the president alongside the Minister of Budget and National Planning, Atiku Bagudu. Moving to the power sector, the federal government has revealed plans to settle about 1.7 trillion naira in electricity debt by issuing bonds and promissory notes. This plan is contained in the Draft Accelerated Stabilization and Advancement Plan, ASAP, presented by the Minister of Finance and Coordinating Minister of the Economy, Wale Edun, to President Bola Tinubu. The plan, which is expected to be implemented within the next 6 months, will enable the government to address a significant tariff shortfall and the liquidity crisis in the Nigeria's power sector. The Honorable Minister of State for Petroleum Resources, Gas, Ekperikpe Ekpo, has commended the Nigerian Content Development and Monitoring Board, NCDMB, and NADO Gas Development Company Limited for initiating and successfully executing the 300 million standard cubic feet Kwale Gas Gathering Facility and NADO Gas Plant in Umusam Community, Delta State. In a statement issued to journalists, the minister spoke at the formal commissioning of the two projects, where he further stated that the outcome of the strategic collaboration between the two companies represents a significant advancement in the country's effort to promote sustainability, energy efficiency, and economic expansion. According to him, the NCDMB and NADO Gas Limited deserves praise for their tireless work and steadfast dedication, and that the collaboration serves as evidence of the effectiveness of the local content policy, which seeks to increase involvement of Nigerian businesses in the oil and gas industry, while promoting local knowledge and capability. In alignment with the federal government's gas initiative, Lanre Shitu's Motors has concluded plans to deploy CNG-powered buses in the country. Managing Director and Chief Executive Officer Taiwo Shitu commended President Bola Ahmed Tinubu for the ongoing reforms in Nigeria's automotive sector and mass transportation initiatives in the country through the compressed natural gas. Shitu, while speaking in Lagos, expressed delight over a number of measures by the current government towards rejuvenating the various auto assembling plants in the country, with specific attention to the assembling of CNG buses to boost public transportation and lessen the challenges faced by commuters. And moving to the oil sector, the Host Community Development Trust has disbursed 53.2 billion naira and $92.77 million to benefit oil-producing communities in various states. The national chairman of HOSCON, Mike Emo, revealed the amount disbursed by the HCDT at a press briefing in Abuja, where he also condemned the allegation of corruption against the chief executive of the Nigerian Upstream Regulatory Commission, Benga Komolafe. Emo explained that the Host Community Trust had engaged more than 70 upstream oil operating firms, while 167 community development trust projects were currently ongoing in oil-producing areas as a result of the funding from HCDT. HCDT is a program established by the Petroleum Industry Act in 2021 to address the development needs of oil-producing communities impacted by oil operations. The African Export-Import Bank has announced an additional disbursement of $925 million under the syndicated $3.3 billion crude oil-backed prepayment facility sponsored by the Nigerian National Petroleum Company. The announcement follows the success of the first accordion tranche of the $3.3 billion facility. This disbursement brings the total current funded facility size to $3.175 billion. Former President Chief Olusegun Obasanjo is in the news recently after a long time. This time, the statesman, widely identified with Nigeria's return to democracy in 1999, has advised the Bola Tinubu-led administration to place its priority on food security. Obasanjo said this in Sokoto at the inauguration of the 136 housing units acquired by the Sokoto state government at 1.8 billion naira for allocation to low-income owners. In this news commentary, Adaobi Ogwejofor attempts a review of the issues around the challenge thrown by the former leader. The report.
Nigeria's pursuit of food security is widely acknowledged as an issue of emergency. For many reasons, including climate and security challenges, the threat of hunger is an issue of concern. Former President Obasanjo challenged the Tinubu administration on this issue during a two-day visit for the inauguration of projects executed by Governor Ahmed Aliyu to mark his administration's 1 year in office. Obasanjo described food security as a priority, followed by personal health and security, adding good feeling enhances health and other productive engagements. He lamented Nigeria's alarming reliance on food importation, even as the country grapples with rising food prices, insecurity, and unemployment. The former president's emphasis on self-sufficiency in food production resonates with many Nigerians who are eager to see the government tackle the country's economic and security challenges. Obasanjo, who was also present at the just concluded Agric Summit 2024, advocated innovation into the country's agric sector, saying it is a veritable tool to human survival and sustainable food security in the country. The message has been consistent even at the just concluded AgriConnect Summit, where agric experts raised concerns on how to secure the future of agriculture in the country. Managing Director, Prime Agro Seeds Limited, Mr. Meka Nwoboku, who was one of the panelists at the summit, discussed the role of technology in transforming agriculture and also reiterated the need for collaboration among various stakeholders. He advocated for cluster farming and cooperatives, stressing that smallholder farmers are at the heart of food cultivation and production and remain the dominant producers across the country. In relation to the issue, economic analysts have also tied the previous attacks on trucks conveying foodstuffs and government warehouses to the surge in cost of food items and consequences of food insecurity. It has been variously argued that more needs to be done to address the structural issues hindering Nigeria's agricultural sector. As the debate rages on, one thing is clear: Nigeria's food security is a critical issue that requires urgent attention. The government must rise to the challenge and implement policies that support small scale farmers, improve infrastructure, and promote sustainable agricultural practices, as the nation's economic future and well being of its citizens depend on it. For Value Chain TV, and Adaobi Ogwejofor reporting.
And this ends the Value Chain TV News update. I remain Chat Moses. Thanks for watching.